Hi. How come, just like right as you're taking a drink of something, I swear like someone like always answers the phone, or if you're like video chatting, you're always like, and then you're like, okay, they're not answering, so you take a drink of something and that's always when they answer, right? That's exactly how I felt just now. Yeah. Okay, so hope you're having a great day. I hope your weekend was awesome. Today I really want to chat about the importance of normalizing like shit that happens during parenting. And what I mean is, it is so easy to feel isolated, to feel like you're the only one going through something, to feel like your kids are the only one who do this one crazy thing, and like no one else goes through it, and so like you shame yourself very easily, right? And so today I had I just spent the best day with some really, really, really good friends. And of course, you know, it's all parenting talk. They have two kids who are very similar to ours. Like I have one who's a little bit more shy, a little bit more quiet, and then I have one that's like all fire and all rage. And they're wonderful, and I love them just the way they are. And this couple also has two very similar kids. They have like the more quiet, more like will wait, and is a little more patient, but very, a little bit more like know-it-all, and very patient and amazing. And then they have like another one who's just a fireball, right? Who's not shy at all, right? And of course, like you love your kids just the way they are, right? But then you of course have challenges you need to work through with both of them. And we were just sitting there just talking about just all the things they get into. And it just reminded me today of the importance of having friends with kids similar to your own ages that you can talk through things with, because you forget. Again, you feel like you're the only one going through this, and it's not true. So talking to other people makes you just feel like less alone, or talking even to a therapist who can help you work through things, or just anyone, so it doesn't feel like it's just you trying to figure all of this out with your kids, and then you're second guessing everything, and you're like, who am I? Do I even know anything? Or at least I feel that way. But I was just talking today, and we were talking, and her oldest and my youngest are the same age. And so her oldest has the same personality as my oldest. Her youngest has the same personality as my youngest. But her oldest and my youngest are in the class together. And so they actually have a similar problem they're both working on. And can I just tell you how nice it was to just be so open and be like, okay, this is frustrating. What are you doing about it? Here's what I'm doing about it. And then just as we got comfortable with that, we brought up other things. And I was like, hey, I remember what it was like to have a crazy, busy toddler. Here's some of the things I did. And then they gave me recommendations on, hey, have you thought about trying that? And it's so nice to sit and talk with other parents who are going through the same things as you. And so today, if you're like, why is my kid doing this? Are there other kids out there doing the same thing? The answer is yes, because here's what it is. People, kids, they're all unique. They're all beautiful. They're all special. They're all a wonderful combination of events that happen to them, and genetics and personality, right? People are unique. The problems that they face are not unique. The problems I face are not unique. Other people have been through these same problems. Same with our kids. The problems and the challenges that our kids have are not unique. Other kids have gone through these problems. Other kids will go through these problems. And there's a really nice comfort to that of like, okay, it's not just me. I'm not the only parent suffering through this right now, or trying to figure this out right now. I was feeling stressed this morning. I was going, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? And we're going through a particularly challenging set of events. And just how nice, how absolutely incredible and wonderful it was to just talk to another family about it. To just not feel so alone. To just be like, okay, that's it. And of course, I have my therapist, who I work through a lot of things with, and she's wonderful to talk to, and she has older kids, so of course she has her perspective, but it's also just so nice to talk to a parent who's currently going through some similar challenges. And it's just your daily reminder to find your tribe, to find your people who don't shame you for like, oh my gosh, your kid's doing what? You know, like the like slightly judgy of like, wait a second, I'm sure your kids have gone through something like this, right? Anything? No? I'm crazy? Okay. But it's just nice to find those people who really you connect with, who you can talk with, who you feel safe opening up to. Like, I mean, we had a great conversation again today about like, you know, it's spring here, and so like the afternoons are hot, the mornings are cold, so you're still wearing your bulky sweaters, but by the afternoon you're sweating, you know. And I was telling her about, I was like, how hot I was the other day, but I had sweat dripping all down my undershirt, so I like couldn't take my overshirt off, and I was really uncomfortable. And then she was telling me a story about how like she had her sweater on, and then they went inside, and it was like the heater was on full blast, so she's red and hot and sweaty, and she's like, I couldn't lift my armpits because you knew they were gonna smell. And I was like, and it's just that feeling of just friendship, of just like, okay, you went through that too, me too. And it's really nice to have that. So if you're ever like, oh, I just need someone to talk to about my kid, I just want to talk and share stories and just feel like I'm not alone, you can always message me. You can always tell me your stories. Like, I'm here for that. I'm here to help support you through all of that, you know. Like, that's my goal with what I'm doing, is to make parenting feel more normalized, so that we're not trying to put on this perfect front all the time of like, everything's great. No, sometimes things are not great. Sometimes we have shit we need to work out. Sometimes we have challenges we're facing with our kids, and it's hard, and you are not alone doing any of this. And I mean, it could be anything from like, hey, my kid's dealing with anger issues, to like, oh, we just had to have you know, like a really big talk about something that I was not expecting today. And just all of it, just normalizing the ups and downs and bumps and like sideways turns that parenting is. Because like, I wish I could tell you like, oh yeah, it's so great, you're just gonna, for the next 18 years, things are just gonna be so awesome, you can have the best time with your kid, and they're never gonna argue back, and they'll always do their homework, and you'll never have to find moldy snacks under the couch. Like, I wish I could tell you that was the case, but it's not. And I was also thinking this morning, I was like, man, both of my kids have challenged me in such different ways. They've challenged me to grow, and the same way they're growing, I'm growing. And there's so many times where like, again, the perfectionists, like the perfectionism gets the best of you, where you're like, I want to be the best mom, I always want to be great, and I'm not, you know. And I'm working on all of the tools I can to be the best mom I can be. And you know, there's of course that like shame that comes with it, of like, oh no, people are gonna find out I'm a bad mom, they're gonna know. And it's like, well, yeah, sometimes I'm a bad mom, and I can acknowledge this, and I can learn the lesson from it, and I can do better next time. And that's the goal. And I want my kids to know the same thing about themselves and feel the same way about themselves. Okay, that solution didn't work, that did not go well, what can I learn from this, and how can I move forward? And that's my goal. So if that's my goal with my kids, how can I not hold myself to the same exact standard? And so I don't know, I love talking with people about their kids. I love it so much. I love making people and parents and moms and dads feel like I'm not the only one going through this. I'm not alone. Yeah, this is kind of weird. We can figure it out together. And so just reminder to you to find that group of people. Find that group of friends. And if you don't have them, come talk to me. I will be your friend. and we'll talk about all things kids together. So yeah, that's it for today. We are quite busy over the next few weeks, so if you don't see these lives for a little bit, we just have a lot going on. kids might be out of school for a little while. So I'll do my best to keep chatting with you. I really am really enjoying these little daily conversations with you. Really love, again, I just love talking about kids. I just love talking about parenting. Like, I saw a meme the other day and they're like, what could you like talk about for an hour with like no preparation? I was like, oh, easy, parenting and kids and shitty like shame culture. I get to just like sit there and rant and rave about it. So yeah, anyways, have a great rest of your day. I hope it's a nice one. I hope that your day runs smoothly and any challenge you face, you figure out. And if you can't quite figure it out, that you learn something valuable from it. But anyways, you have a great rest of your day and we'll chat soon. Bye.